September. Kids are back in school and people are getting into the groove again after summer. It's also usually when the real estate market starts to cool, which makes sense, right? But Saskatchewan's housing market showed no signs of slowing down in September. The province marked the second strongest sale on record for the month. So what does this mean if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing right now? Let's dive into the numbers, the emotions behind them, and yes, maybe even a little fun along the way. I'm Conor, Palendat, realtor with Moulin Benjamin Associates, and if you need a top producing team to help buy or sell your home, all of my contact info is located in the description below. Thanks for joining me, and let's dive in. Across Saskatchewan, we saw 1,528 sales in September. That's not only comfortably above last year, it's also about 26% higher than the 10-year average. While the benchmark price dipped to just over $368,000, aligning with typical seasonal trends, prices were up 7% compared to September 2024 as strong sales and limited inventory continue to fuel price gains across the province. Months of supply, 3.21 months, which is down 21% year over year. New listings, 2,081. Thankfully, actually up about 5% from last year. So while demand is still steady, inventory is slowly creeping up, which is welcome news. Now, of the 4,896 active listings, 950 are already conditionally sold, meaning the real inventory buyers can choose from is closer to 3,946 units. For buyers, it's still frustrating. And for sellers, there's still plenty of opportunity to fetch a great price for your home. And if you're an investor, the still low inventory makes purchasing competitive. Next, let's talk Saskatoon, because the city is still hot. Not as hot as last year, mind you, but hotter than traditionally nonetheless. 426 sales in September is only down 1% year over year. New listings increased 11% to 726, alleviating a bit of pressure on buyers. Out of 942 active listings, 26% are conditionally sold, and that leaves just 678 real options for buyers, which is an improvement from August. Now, Saskatoon's benchmark price decreased ever so slightly to just over $431,000. However, despite the expected seasonal price decline, prices were up 7% compared to September of 2024. Now, let's look at nearby markets. Martensville regressed to 13 sales and increased their months of supply to a measly 1.23. The city is still one of the most competitive in the province. Warman saw sales jump 13% year over year. Prices are up 9.5%, again to stay over $500,000, and inventory grew by 91%. So buyers in Warman are seeing more relief than their southern neighbors in Martensville. Inside Saskatoon, prices were up across the board. A few standouts were Briarwood, which has a over $611,000 benchmark price, which is up 12% and has 3 months of supply. Buena Vista has a $442,000 benchmark price, up 13.7%, and also sporting 3 months of supply. And then on the other end, there's Lakeview, a traditionally popular area, now with a $381,000 benchmark price, up only 1.4%, but with only 2 months of supply. So while prices are still up and competition is still a concern, you can see some of the inventory finally start to find its way back on the market. So what's next? The market's momentum looks to continue into the fall. There are a few key things to watch out for. Will we see the typical seasonal slowdown? Can high-demand neighborhoods continue to see a climb in pricing? Will our satellite communities continue on their current trajectory? As of now, Saskatchewan continues to show the signs of structural strength, and it doesn't look to be changing. Affordability compared to the rest of Canada will continue to be one of our biggest advantages. So if you're thinking of buying, selling, or relocating to Saskatoon, I'd love to be your guide. Again, all my contact info is in the description below. Reach out anytime and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on Saskatoon's housing market. Thanks for watching and have a great week.